So guys, welcome back to our monthly portfolio update. Again, as usual in these videos, we go through our 4 Python algorithms. Everything is automated. At the start of each month, we buy depending on the strategy. We sell at the end of the month, and we compare the performance of our 4 strategies compared to the S&P. Another huge thing that's happening is we're changing the backtest. We're giving it basically to you guys. This will happen in a bit more than a month, so August the 1st, since the backtest is changing. Before it was every 15th or around the 15th. Now it'll be strictly every 1st, and we'll be giving you the update. So that's a website update that I'll be walking you through. Huge changes there since I've now graduated from uni, so I've had time to work on it again for the first time in ages. So yeah, be excited for that. But first of all, how did our algorithms perform? So the first algorithm, pretty simple. At the start of each month, you buy the stocks that have Zacks rank 1 and 2, and that's literally you buy and sell at the end of the month. That's the only criteria, and you can see that the performance of the strategy is about 3% over the month, whereas the S&P had a negative month just about. So again, another huge month. This is the most stable strategy, as you'll see, as you know, if you are or have been subscribed to the channel for a long time. And again, just good to see it keep outperforming. So we won't dwell on that one for too long. Then the next one is the earnings one. So this is pretty simple. Again, Zacks rank 1 or 2. That's consistent across all our strategies. The other thing that changes is EPS percentage. So what this means is how much analysts think a stock will surprise its like EPS estimate on earnings. So if it's positive, that means they think the stock will beat earnings. If it's negative, then they think it will miss earnings. And if it's zero, then they're neutral. There's no fee on it. So we filter rank 1 or 2. EPS percentage bigger than 0, and that's it. It just has to be earnings. So buying before earnings if analysts think it will be earnings and it's a good stock from the Zacks rank, and then you're selling 1 month after you bought it. So you're basically holding through earnings, and the performance for this month. First of all, identified 122 stocks, so I'm sure you guys can recognize some of them. So Cisco Systems, Applied Materials, I think that one is, and you can see the performance of this month is 1.2%. This is lagged back a month because you need to evaluate the performance. It's not fixed, right? The Zacks rank strategy, I can buy on the 15th, sell on the next 15th. That's fine. But compared to the to this strategy, right? Uh, how it works is basically at the start of each, like say the earnings is let's say like May the 10th, right? I buy on, let's say, May the 8th, and I sell on June the 8th. So it needs to be lagged back by 1 month. So it's not the May to June, it's the April to May period, but 1 month forward, if you can see what I mean. I can explain better in the comments if it wasn't clear. But yeah, the performance was 1.2% here, whereas the S&P had a performance of about 6% in a roughly sort of similar period, so from April to May. So a huge underperformance there, but to be expected. And then for the dividends one here, this strategy is the dividend capture strategy. So again, always rank 1 or 2, and then yeah, you just buy before the X date and sell 1 month after the X date. So the strategy is basically just assuming, or well, the whole point of the strategy is thinking that the stock will go back up on X date. Yeah, it drops by dividend yield or dividend amount, but then over the next month, the theory is that it will regain its ex-div price, and you can see the performance of this one better than the earnings one, 2.45%, but again, it underperformed the S&P for the similar time period. And then the last one, the earnings reversal, this is the one which I hadn't implemented correctly previously, but what we're doing is, again, Zacks rank 1 or 2, and then this is after earnings, so not before earnings like the second strategy. What this strategy is doing is after earnings. First of all, it looks at stocks that beat earnings. So this is surprise bigger than 0. So all of the basically all the stocks beat earnings in this data frame here. And then the other thing is we split it between stocks that gapped up after earnings. So not only did they beat earnings, but the market reaction was positive. So it went up after earnings compared to its pre-earnings price. And then we split it by the stocks that went down even though they beat earnings after earnings. So those are two sort of things we look at. and you can see the performance of both of them. The overall performance of the strategy is 1.25%, but if you look at the stocks that gapped up, it's night and day, right? This is 1 month for sample, and again, we'll be back testing this for longer. But the stock that went up after earnings and beat earnings, they had a monthly return of 2% basically, whereas the stocks that beat earnings but went down after earnings, they had basically a zero return, right? So not the best there, and definitely in the back test, I'll be looking to only look at this one. And then yeah, the right files here, this is my personal file. At the end of every month, I'll be writing these into backtest and giving it to you guys. So this is where we move in to part 2 of the video. So this was Portfolio Essential 4.1. This was how we used to backtest our strategies, and this is the last month, as I said, that we'll be backtesting it this way, but you can see all the performances. Again, this is our most stable strategy, been running for so long, right? Whereas our 3 sort of newer strategies, they're all basically underperforming the S&P except for the earnings one. But if I refresh here, you'll see first of all version 5.0, first time in a long time that I've done a major upgrade, so goes up by the first number, and you can see the Zach strategy just going absolutely crazy. The outperformance is beautiful. The only underwhelming disappointing thing I'd say in the website upgrade is the backtest. We unfortunately lose all of this data, but I know myself the strategies that I use, but the new backtest isn't compatible. These are just numbers, right? Whereas we're now storing like each stock that we chose and its return and like why we chose it. So yeah, return basically the last month that we're evaluating over was this like 1.5 years, I think. Absolutely. Oh no, it's 2 years. Damn. Okay, over 2.5 years, this strategy has performed with a 60% return, whereas S&P is about 40%. So just beautiful from my strategy. Then the dividend one, outperforming again S&P with like a 6% return, which is crazy. But again, this one's meant to be stable, right? It's a dividend capture strategy. What do you expect? The earnings one is meant to be the most volatile one, and you can kind of see this, right? Quite volatile compared to S&P, which is largely, except for these 3 months, just increasing, whereas the earnings one is sort of kind of all over the place and is still underperforming the S&P despite taking more risk, I'd say. And then finding the earnings reversal strategy. This one, now that I've implemented it correctly in the backtest, you'll see it properly. But yeah, this one wasn't implemented correctly in my previous version. But now to the website upgrade. So this is huge, guys. Honestly, this is huge. I cannot understate how much I've like done on this since the last update, which was so long ago. So I'd say there are basically 3 main changes. So I'll go over the first one, and the biggest one is the stock tracker. And this one had well, I'm not going to say so many issues before, but it had a lot of issues. So first of all these stocks, right, if they have the same sort of short ticker name, they would all appear as the same stock with the same image. So that's the first thing we changed. The images are now perfect, and if none exist, like for this, like Well Health Technologies, don't know what that is, then it just has like a black background with this symbol basically on it. But when you click it, before this would go to a page, you can see there's a lot of different stocks, unique stocks with the same ticker, right? And that's a problem. Before it would go to one stock page and you wouldn't really know which one was what. But now you can select the right stock basically. So if I go onto Welltower here, these are the results for Welltower exactly. If I go back and search, this is like an ETF example. You can see it's an ETF and it's in euro, so completely different, right? There's no news for it. So yeah, that has been fixed. That was like one of the biggest requests. It was just super inconsistent. The only thing I have to say is there is still an issue, but we can't fix this issue. This issue is like unfixable basically. But yeah, this is fine. You have the unique image now. The ticker name is the same. This is good. This is unique. It's just in this, right? The latest stock data for stocks. For ETFs it doesn't show because we don't track ETFs, but for stocks, if two different stocks have the same ticker name, which to me I don't even get how or like why. Oh no, because it's a Canadian stock. Yeah, so it makes sense. So this is the only one that still clashes. The chart now is completely unique. You can see we have the unique ticker name in the URL now, and the news as well is unique. So the only 2 things here is the latest stock data and the latest news. They are unique. For ETFs, it works perfectly. So let me just show you again. So this is a ETF. So you can see the sort of financials and the news just doesn't appear for this one. But if we go to the Well Canadian stock, so Well Health Technologies, this is for Welltower, not for the Canadian one. And there is no way for me to fix this because well, this data comes from our database and we scrape this from Zax, but Zax doesn't only work for US stocks, it also works for Canadian stocks. So there's no real way of unclashing this, unfortunately. But I mean, it should be pretty obvious that Well Health Technologies is not in the finance sector and that the news is for Welltower. So yeah, those are the only two caveats I'd say. But yeah, apart from that, this is huge. Again, here, when you enter stock name, again, all the images appear correctly now. Before they would be clashing if there's no image. It goes to that nice old black background so you can see the ticker name. But yeah, just overall huge change to this. And yeah, everything is finalized here. There's nothing more to say. Let me just see this level. Wow, okay, Apple leverage is crazy. So that's the first change. The second change is, I guess, a smaller one, but across like the whole um, sort of app, right? The image thing has been applied like everywhere. So you can see Apple here. Yeah, this one gives you the price as well because you're actually buying the stock. This is the live price at Apple. But yeah, all of this works. Like that's the second change, right? Images everywhere works perfectly. And then the biggest change, which will be happening on August the 1st, is we will be getting rid of this backtest. When you click this button, it will bring you to a completely new site which I made, which is only accessible via the site map right now, but it's a backtest. So, and just look how beautiful this is compared to those 4 charts. You had no idea what was going on. You can choose which strategy you want. So here, after every month, I'll be uploading the backtest results into a database, and you'll be able to choose a strategy. So for now, there's only 1 month of data, so this looks kind of ugly, right? Um, yeah, so sorry for that, but like when we backtest more stocks, it would look beautiful. The gray lines is just like all the individual stocks, and it's limited to 20. So I may remove that. This is a work in progress, by the way, because it's first going out on August the 1st. This is just dummy data from the June stuff that I just showed you, but it will officially go live on August the 1st. So we'll be choosing stocks July the 1st, and they will be going into August. Yeah, first thing to choose is the strategy. So again, those are 4 strategies. There's small explanations for you as well. And then you get to refine them. So you get to choose and filter by different metrics here. I'll just leave them for now, but you can like look at different sectors as well. So you can see aerospace like 7%, absolutely crazy. Whereas all sectors, sorry, 1%. Then you get the total trades per month. So this 1 month, right? So 254. You can see if I filter it down, it tells you how much your filter eliminated, how many of them passed the screen, your average trades per month, and the alpha against your benchmark. You can change your benchmark to whatever you want in the universe. So it doesn't have to be an ETF, right? You can choose Apple. And yeah, the benchmark, Apple had a bad month from May to June. But if I then go, I don't know, like I don't know what even would be a good bet. Let me search. I don't think Nasdaq. Yeah, okay, Nasdaq is here, NASL. Okay, anyway, you can change your benchmark is the main thing there. Then you get some nice summary metrics. Again, these will fill when we have more than 1 month. Right now, we only have 1 month, and then you have the month by month ledger. So just absolutely beautiful stuff, guys. And again, you can do this for all the strategies. The dividend capture, again, it has different sort of metrics as well. So it gets personalized for the strategy. So this received the average yield, all of that, the pre-earnings run up. So this is basically betting on earnings. Again, you have an unknown percentage. So these are kind of the junk ones. So you can filter that out as well. So not only before market and after market close. And then you have the post earnings drift one, where again, you can really see the difference here. So if the earnings day reaction, you can put it to be bigger than 0, you'll see the return 3.05. Whereas if it's smaller, yeah, you can see it's basically terrible. So you really want to be buying, again, this is only 1 month sample, but you really want to be buying stocks that not only beat earnings, but also had a positive reaction after earnings. And then again, you can like sort of view the results there. So yeah, this coming August the 1st, in its sort of live form right now is on some, it's not dummy data, it's real data, but I'll be removing that real data since we need to run from the first to sort of match the benchmark. As the benchmark we use for the chart, it only has month periods like for each month, right? So from the 1st to the 31st, basically, not from 15 to 15, unfortunately. Otherwise, I could continue on my cadence right now. So the next monthly update for this will be on the 1st, and then then the last thing to say is this best stock sell all stocks. This is still happening. This first strategy, the best one, right? This X rank 1 or 2, we provide this absolutely for free. So it was last updated 15th of May. Normally I'd be updating on the 15th of June, but as I said, we're now moving on to the 1st. So I'll be updating this on the 1st of July, and then updating it on the 1st of each month going there forward. So yeah, that's the last thing to say. So 4 changes, absolutely huge changes. If you have any requests, anything you want to know, any questions, please let me know, because this website is moving on to basically a different level now. We are back. We are so back. I have a long sort of holiday now as I changed my graduate job last minute. So yeah, just have a huge holiday and can grind this out. So wherever you want any feedback, wherever, let me know. But yeah, that was not only the review of our Python algorithms. Again, the strategies will stay the same, but it will just be way more beautiful than just seeing these charts, right? And then I talked through the website upgrade. So we updated the stock checker, we updated the images everywhere. We of course created this beautiful backtest tool, and then the last thing we did is the best stock style or 6,000 stock. Just updating you on that. It will be refreshed on the 1st of each month now, not on the 15th. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully that was helpful. And again, guys, the main things I will always ask from you is feedback. And if you have any ideas or anything, remember we connect. You can connect the Trading 212 completely. So if you have anything you want to see automatically, let me know. I do everything for free, so just let me know.